Welcome once again to Sinbin Stream. Tonight we start out with NHL hockey action. We have the Philadelphia Flyers in Montreal to take on the Canadiens. Hope you're having a great Tuesday and are ready for some hockey. All right, let's check the audio. Audio's good. All right, we should have the starting goalies now with the roster report. All right, so Dan Vladar for the Flyers. Yeah, I think we saw Urson the other night when we did the Flyers. And Jacob Fowler, no Dobish. Matheson is scratched for Montreal. I heard that on the pregame, so that's a big loss. That's an injury as well. I think they said upper body. Excuse me. Yeah, Vladar 11-5-3, 248 goals against, 908 save percentage. Fowler 1-0-1, 342 and missed the goals against average. All right, that is muted. Just about set for the start. Hey, Thax. Yeah, sorry. It was a little late. Still messing with stuff. Welcome. Oh, hey, Gracie. Just wanted the kids to know. Oh, great. 6-7. You got me. It went over my head. My bad. I thought I had started that late. I think I was more than a minute late. I apologize. All right. Montreal in their traditional red, going right to left. Philly in white, going left to right. But yeah, I'm going to leave the orange background, I believe. I think it looks a little better. All right, nothing going on yet. Pass by Philly went through the boards to the far side. Montreal counters. Shot from the near circle is saved. May have been wide of the net. Oh, actually, it is 1-1 shots on goal, so my bad. We are using the TSN feed of the Montreal Canadiens coverage so far. May have to switch to Philly. All right, pass off the near boards. Suzuki loses it. Flyers dump it in and pass it in the near boards. Sent ahead. 1950. I keep messing up the clock. Into the near boards. Scooped up. Suzuki to the blue line. Pass to Bolduc in the near corner. Battle for the puck. Kept in. Hudson. Far side. Shot. And a save and held on by Vladar. Caulfield was out there. We got Nope. Oh, yeah. Did they hire a new one already? I mean, hello, Dan C. Welcome. Yep. Go Habs. All right. Draw in the far circle. Flyers take it behind their own net. Send it up the near boards, but not out. Now they finally get it out. And taken over by, again, Hudson. But they can't get it out the far boards. Flyers keep it in at the blue line. Near circle shot. Juggled and then held on by Fowler. Good save. Juggled it a little. Now they say, yeah, 3-2 shots on goal, Montreal. Yeah, we had a figure Flyers, Canadiens, pretty good game. Both teams pretty good records too. All right, looks like who's on the draw? I guess Kapanen. Still waiting. Nope. Now, did he kick out a Flyer? Yes, he did. Still waiting. Flyers win it, but they can't keep it in the O zone. And, all right, Flyers out of their own end, over the blue line. Brink, he takes it behind the Montreal net to the far circle. Pass to the blue line. And sent behind the net into the near corner now. Back to the blue line, shot wide into the far corner. Brink, his pass gets sent right back to him off a skate. Now the Canadiens get it out of their own end over the red line, and Demidov dumps it in. Puck is in the far boards. Flyers send it off. Oh, no, they send it into the Montreal end. Montreal trying to get it out. Now they skate it over and dump it in from the red line. Dump in by, I think that's, I heard how to say it and I forgot already. Jakai, I think is how you say that. All right, puck picked up by Engstrom. He dumps it in from the red line. Puck is taken by Philly behind their own net. Skated up the near board, sent out. Knocked down at the red line by the Habs. That's Gallagher with the puck. Sent behind the Philly net. Now picked up by Couturier. And he shoots it. That's blocked into the far corner. And Montreal flips it to neutral ice. Picked up. And dropped it. Trying to set up a shot in the far circle. Flyers go the other way. That pass is blocked by the Canadiens in the far circle. Regrouping in their own end. York has it for the Flyers. Now taken over again. Suzuki tried to dump it in. And the Flyers send it up the far boards. This goes into the near circle. Icing waved off apparently. Hudson sends it up. Battle in front of the penalty box. Dumped in again. This is Konechny. And I guess it got... Well, we got a whistle at any rate. 15:41. Still 3-2 Montreal shots on goal. Well, as all good GMs would have that goal, but I hear you. Yeah, I saw his record is 1-0-1. Oh my gosh, that's the sweatshirt I have. I just saw Canadiens. I was too cold to wear the hoodie, and this one looks better displayed. I don't have anything Flyers other than the orange hat. All right, looks like they kicked somebody out of the draw, or they're reviewing something. Hold on. Oh, they're playing Quiet Riot in Montreal. Jakai. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you. Snap into a Slim Jim. Welcome, Alex. Ooh, yeah. Finally, we get the draw. I thought they might be reviewing, like, maybe the puck went over the glass or something. I don't know what the review was. Kept in at the blue line into the near corner. Centering pass gets deflected. The Canadiens take it away. Skated over the red line into the O-zone. Suzuki cross ice pass far circle got deflected eventually and carried out by the Flyers. But Montreal takes it over in the neutral ice and retreats into their own end while they get a line change. Looks like Hudson has it. He takes it behind the Habs net. He gets it to, oh gosh. Yeah, What we just say? Jakai. He dumped it in. All right, sent behind the net to Demidov. A puck gets knocked away, and Flyers going the other way into the O-zone. Pass to the far boards. Demidov gets it to over the red line, and it's just dumped in from the right wing side. In the near boards, battle for the puck. Flyers, I think Brink just passed it, and now it's dumped in, and they head for a line change. And let's see, who is that? Struble. No, pardon me, it's 42, not 47. 42 is Angstrom. Into the far corner for Montreal, now behind the Philly net. Near board battle. And they have to take it back. Struble. And they send it up the far boards and dump it in from the bench area. But Philly has it behind their own net. Now a pass up the far boards, chipped into the far corner. Struble is there. He gets hit. And the Canadiens skated out the far boards. Pass center ice over into the O-zone. That shot was wide and off the boards. A nice rebound, and that one was a glove save as Valino gets into a shoving match. But we got 13:30 to go, under 14 media timeout. No score. Still 3-2 shots on goal. Montreal. Again, Vladar and Fowler in net tonight for the Flyers and Canadiens. Three to 1 on faceoffs so far by Philly. 4-2 hits. Make that 5-2 hits, Philly. 3-0 block shots. Montreal. 3 giveaways, Philly. 1 takeaway, Montreal. Yeah, we did this game. 5-4 Philly win over Montreal. Or over the Canadiens in Montreal in a shootout. This is game 2. Game 3 is in Philly, April 14th. All right, there's the other scores. Hey, Alex. Hey, Gracie. Guess what, Alex? What's up? Sabres got a GM. Yeah, that was a quick hire, right? Oh, since they got the new GM. Yeah, that's a good question. All I know tonight is that Matheson is a scratch. He's got an injury for Montreal, so that's a big blow to them. Oh, I forgot Martin St. Louis is their coach. Rick Tocchet, of course, the Flyers coach. Hockey's player. Rick Tocchet. Oh, Juulsen's out. Noah Juulsen, Grabankin, and Zamula. Matheson, Davidson, Montembeault are the Canadian scratches. Oh, yeah. No score, Mammoth Bruins or Blackhawks. Maple Leafs. Islanders get one from Heineman, is 11th, 427 in Detroit. 1-0 Islanders over the Red Wings, 13:35. Canucks, 1-0. Evander Kane, 6th. Blue Jackets, 1-0. Werenski's, 10th. We'll check those in a minute. Still waiting. They're kicking Couturier out of the draw for the Flyers. Oh, my gosh. Just dropped the puck against Evans. Flyers win the draw behind their net. York and sent it up over the red line, and another whistle at 13:22. Oh, I know what I need. All right, waiting on the draw. Center ice draw, and they just kicked out Evans for Montreal. For the draw now, it's Anderson. Flyers win it take it in their own defensive zone. All right, Montreal sends it into the O-zone. Flyers get it back at the red line and dump it in. Hit in the near corner by the Flyers. They send it around to the far boards. Back into the far corner. Montreal gets a couple passes, and now Hudson circles back in front of his net, presumably to allow the Habs to get a line change. All right, now he passes. They skate it. Pass to the red line. Dump in by Struble. Puck in the far corner. Flyers send it up the near boards. They pass it to Konechny, and he dumps it in to the near corner. Shot into the far corner. Kept in the blue line by Philly. Far circle, pass to the slot. That shot is blocked into the far corner. Still battling in the far corner for the puck. Flyers keep it in at the blue line, off the near boards, and now out. Suzuki the other way. His pass gets knocked into the near boards and out by Philly. Somebody got tripped on the Flyers. No call. Looked like Konechny got knocked down, but no penalty. Engstrom with the puck to the side of the net of Fowler. Now he skates it out. Passes to the near boards. It's dumped into the far corner. Behind the net, Flyers. Puck is knocked out again by the Flyers. We haven't had a shot on goal in a while. Montreal in their own end. Behind the net is Engstrom. Now he skates it out. Passes. Oh my gosh, what a hit at the red line by the Flyers. Jeez. And now, yeah, retribution already. Just as the camera panned. And, well, yeah, I think we got a penalty. They did not show any of it. Looks like they're sending Demidov to the sin bin. He doesn't appreciate it. 10:56 to go, so we're not at immediate timeout yet. Demidov is in the box, cross-checking. That's what I thought. Yeah, Rasmus bowled over on a clean hit. Just, caught him off guard. It was easy for me to say, Slevkovsky on the hit. And then Demidov was working him over for a little bit. So he got called for the cross-check on Ristolainen. So Philly on the power play at 10:56. No score. Evans to take the draw for Montreal. We're still waiting. Montreal has it behind their own net into the near corner. And cleared down the length of the ice. Taken by the goalie, Vladar. He gets it to the lone defenseman, Drysdale, on the power play 1 unit. Pass to the far boards. Flyers in the far corner. Send it behind the net. It's getting pinned up against the boards. Now it's centered, but the Canadiens skate away with it over the red line and into the far corner. Canadiens try to send it back down into their own end. It's scooped up at their own blue line and then dumped in. Flyers getting a line change already. And again, scooped up by Drysdale. Makes a drop pass, and I think he goes off for a line change. Pass to the far circle. That's Couturier. Back to the blue line. Pass to the near circle. To the point. Long shot from the blue line. Puck was loose in the crease. Sent behind the net by the Flyers. And into the near boards. Near corner. And finally, the Canadiens clear it down the length of the ice. All right, we're getting under 20 seconds to go. One more rush for the Flyers power play unit. Oh, dang it. I put the power play for the wrong team. I'm so sorry. I mean, I blew it. Into the far corner. And we're back to full strength. Ugh, that was dumb. Yeah, my mistake. All right, well, we're back to 5-on-5. 4-3 shots on goal, Philly. They have it in their own end. Behind Montreal's net. Battle for the puck. Up the near boards. Kept in by Philly by the near circle. Finally taken away by Montreal. Over the red line and dumped in by Eldridge. Or Engstrom, sorry. Back to the blue line shot blocked by Philly. Skated to the red line. And were the Flyers offsides or did we get a penalty? They're showing Fowler, but it looked like it was getting chippy out there. All right, 8:03 to go. Still no score in the first period. All right, you know what? I'm going to go to the Flyers feed, I think. Although, you know what? It's probably better to do the home broad. Oops, that's not what I want. Yeah, let's see what the Flyers is like. Come on. As long as they're not like as long as they're not like further behind or something. All right, how do you say the new GM for Buffalo's name? Good night. Kekalainen? The new GM said he does like the 3 goalies. So I'm hoping that hoping they get rid of Luke. Oh, wait. Oh, he doesn't like 3 goalies. He wants 2. Gotcha. Martin St. Louis is a great coach. Yeah, I remember him as a player. Many teams. I want to say the Lightning, though, was where he was, really effective. Slav Kukier? Oh, that's right. I was having trouble saying that one. I got to look that up again. Koski. Okay. Face off. No penalty. Must have been offsides. Yeah, it's just outside the Montreal zone. They just kicked Suzuki out of the draw for Montreal. Face off. Dump in by Philly. What is this? I don't need Adobe right now. What the heck? Flyers far circle shot does not get through. It's picked up off the rebound by Caulfield. Dumped into the near corner, chased by Bolduc. Now behind the net, into the far corner. He has it. Back to the blue line. Pass to the far circle. Shot. Must have been wide. Taken by Philly. Battle for the puck in the near boards. Grundstrom is there. Why do they have a spotlight on? Good night. Why? So distracting. They're like got swirling lights in the crowd for a little bit. It was very odd. They were actually on the ice. Yeah, now they've still got some lights going around the rink. Very distracting. Like in the corners. It's so bizarre. Never noticed that before. All right, in the far corner for Montreal. Scooped up. Oh, they couldn't get a shot on goal. Flyers behind their own net. Get it up the near boards. Dumped in from the blue line. Around the boards to the far corner. Far circle to the slot. Shot. I don't know if that was blocked or saved into the near corner. And I think we got a penalty. Might be on the Flyers. Dvorak kind of leaped to make a hit. You can't leave your feet to make a hit. No, tripping. But yeah, it's on Montreal. Wait, who picked it up? Carrier on a trip. Oh, they may have hit the post. I just realized. Montreal. I mean, where was the trip? There it was. Okay, it was outside the crease. That was a good call. A trip at... Nope, wrong. Wait, 6:26. Yeah, that's right. Why does it say... Oh, I thought it said 4-on-3. No, that's the shots. It's actually 5-3 now. Still waiting on the draw. Any day. Far circle. Philly does not keep it in. Montreal just gets it to neutral ice. Philly's 0 for 1 on the power play. I think one shot, it said. Near side into the near circle. Hudson behind his own net. Can't get rid of it. Flyers keep it in at the blue line. Far circle. Shot. Blocker save into the into the netting at 5:54. I guess they took a shot away and now they just gave it back. So it's still 5-3 shots on goal. Still got one. Wait, what? I must have got the time wrong. I have too much time left on the power play. All right, Suzuki for Montreal on the draw. He wins it into the near corner. Flyers. Well, Hudson sends it behind the net. Now the Canadiens finally clear it down the length of the ice. It's going to be touched up by Vladar. Drysdale scoops it up for the Flyers. Drop pass. Tippett gets it back into the near boards. Puck is just sent out again by Montreal. So they've already killed half the power play. Into the far boards, far circle, drop pass to the blue line to Drysdale, to Tippett, to the far corner. Far circle, drop pass, back to the blue line, over to Drysdale, down low, near side, back to Drysdale, shot, blocked. Nope, save. Actually a save and held on for a draw at 4:55. Good save by Fowler. 7-3 shots on goal, Philly. So Demidov for cross-checking at 9:04 and Carrier for tripping at 13:31. 2 penalties on Montreal. All right, out there for the kill is Anderson, Evans, Hudson, and Dobson for the Canadiens. And Evans just got kicked out of the draw for Montreal. Couturier is out there for the Flyers. Face off. Drysdale got it after the win for Philly. Down low, back to the blue line. Drysdale shot, big rebound, knocked into the far corner. side to Drysdale into the near corner. Drysdale at the point. Back to the near. Nope. Now Drysdale to the far circle. Pass to the near circle. That shot is blocked into the near corner. We are back to 5-on-5. And Montreal has it behind their own end, getting a line change prior to the breakout. Hudson passes over the red line to the far circle. Shot, big rebound, but Flyers send it up the near boards. And Dvorak gets it out. They send it up the far boards. 8-4 shots on goal in favor of Philly. Pass off the near boards, and Montreal takes it into their own defensive zone. That was Jakai. And now it's skated into the O-zone. Shot saved by Vladar into the near boards. Zegras with the puck. Now he gets it to Sealer. Zegras has it again. He sends a long pass into the far corner. And they whistled it icing on Philly at 3:19. Still 8. Now it's 8-5 shots on goal. Yeah, Fowler made a nice save. Big rebound, but a defenseman swept it out of there. It was good play by Dobson to sweep it out of there. All right, we got Suzuki against Abels. And Montreal wins it, keeps it in the O-zone. Shot from the far circle wide into the near boards. Tipped out and into the stands by the Flyers. 3:09 to go. And the under, did we have the under 10? Well, it's at least the under 6 media timeout. Oh, okay, gotcha. Hey, Derek. Hello. How are you? First European-born GM in the NHL. Oh, wow. That is interesting. Mammoth up 1-0 in Boston over the Bruins. Hayton's fourth power play at 8:34 the first. It looks like the Hawks are up 2-0 now, unless they're reviewing a goal and wiping it out. Kaiser's third. And if it stands, Dickinson's third. It would be 2-0 Hawks. Islanders again. Heinemann's 11th. 2:22 in the first to go. Islanders up 1-0. Again, Kane's 6th for the Canucks. They lead the Rangers in Madison Square Garden. Rangers are just brutal at home. 2:15 to go in the first. 1-0 Canucks. Blue Jackets get a goal at home and they're up 1-0 on the Ducks. 1:49 in the first. Werenski's 10th. Oilers Penguins underway. 17:43 in the first. No score. TNT, True TV, HBO Max for that one, and for the 9 o'clock game. Avalanche, Kraken. We'll have Flames, Sharks, Capitals, Wild in about half hour. We'll get underway. And nope, they wiped out that Hawks goal. It's still 1-0. So most points in first 31 games. Zegras is third on the list for the all-time Flyers, I think it said. 31 games, 32 points. Near circle draw. Face-off. Flyers take it behind the net. Looks like Drysdale fell down. Still trying to dig the puck out. Kept in at the blue line. Hudson passes. Bolduc sends it behind the net to Suzuki. And then the glove down by Hudson, and now it's out. Flyers chip it ahead. Good recovery, I think, by Hudson. Bolduca's offsides. He'll have to come back out. And now the Flyers take it over. Drysdale in the near boards. Sends it to the far corner. Back to the blue line for Philly. Behind the net. Into the near corner. Back to the blue line. Long. Oh, that was a pass. It went wide into the far corner and out. And Suzuki has it for Montreal in the far corner. He sends it to the near corner. So we approach 2 minutes to go in the opening period. And the Flyers finally get out. That is Brink with the puck. Near circle. Now near corner. Back to the blue line. Somebody got labeled for Montreal behind the net. Puck is in the far corner. Sent into the near corner by Montreal. And finally out. But Philly has it in their own end. Brink passes it to the defenseman. Now a pass over the red line. And behind their own net, Hudson has it. And it's chipped out. 8-5 shots on goal, Philly. With just over a minute remaining in the opening period. All right, Montreal going the other way. Drop pass to the blue line. From the slot, that's a goal. What a shot. They beat Vladar. I think it was... What is that? Let me get the goal up on the board first. It's going to be Teixeira, T-E-X-I-E-R. From Evans and Anderson, his third goal of the year at 59.1. Beat him blocker side high. I just realized, yeah. $59.8 to go in the opening period. 1-0 Habs. To share. Well, how do you say it? I didn't say Texier. I said to share. I'm sure I'm messing it up. It's Texier. Okay, Texier. I thought it was Teixeira. Well, I was wrong. Texier. $33 seconds to go. Opening period. Flyers out of their own end. Into the near boards. Near circle. Pass. And we're tied at 1. What a pass. From the near circle to the far circle. And the Flyers score just outside the crease. Tie it at 1-1. Grundstrom on the goal. Great pass, I believe, by Tippett. Beat again, blocker side high. Had to respect the near post, couldn't recover. Not much defense by Montreal. We're tied at 1. 2 goals in the last minute of the first period. All right, into the far corner. Struble trying to get it out of there. Up the near boards. Should just about do it. That is the end of the first period. 1-1. Scoreless after 19 minutes. 1-1 after 1. And we'll get the countdown clock for the intermission underway. Again, Texier, his third from Evans and Anderson. There was a turnover at center ice is what sprung it. Right up the slot and buried blocker side high. And then the last goal, Grundstrom, or is it Grundstrom? Flyers had it over the red line. It's a great pass from the near circle. Just nothing the goalie could do. Not his fault. Had to respect the near post. All right. Probably saying Carl's name wrong. Is it? Yeah, I guess. Is it Grundstrom? Grundstrom. Grundstrom. Yeah, but the emphasis is on the Grundstrom. Okay. All right, Grundstrom. There we go. Texier. Yeah. Wicked shot. Les Habitants. What the? Yeah. Quick 2 goals, one each team. It was wild. That last minute. Really nothing in the first 19 minutes, if I'm honest. I don't know. Is it just me, or did the East play the dump and shoot more, dump and chase, I should say, more than the West? I could be oversimplifying it. All right, we got 11 votes. 64% think Canadians. 36% think Flyers. No. We got plenty of wide receivers. Wide receivers isn't the problem. He was never happy in Green Bay either. He's a great run blocker, but I don't think he was ever really happy in Green Bay either. I'm sure Rodgers is already demanding the Steelers pick him up. But yeah, no. Packers go young. The only old player they have is their kicker. We could use some experience, but we don't need a receiver, that's for sure. Excuse me. Yeah, what did I get all over this jacket? Gotta brush all the lint off. Mistyped. Excuse me. All right, we'll go over the score. Oh, the Bruins tied it up. Morgan Geeky's 23rd. Ha, no. They're too old. AJ Hawk was not a pass rusher either. He was never appreciated. He made a lot of tackles, but everybody always thought it was way too many yards down the field. Sort of like a safety leading your team in tackles or something. Matthews, was a great pass rusher, but time marches on. I think Phillip Rivers has clouded people's minds. Rivers, was still good at the age of 39, but I don't know. Didn't get to see him in the game, but What do you think about the Bills' chances? Oh, they should have as good a chance as anybody in the East, right? I mean, I hate to poo-poo and dismiss the Broncos, but I don't think much of Sean Payton as a play caller. Yeah, their defense is excellent, but you know, if Surtain gets hurt, they're kind of screwed. They do have an excellent pass rush. There's no doubt about that. They probably don't even get near enough attention for how good their pass rush is. But yeah, like other than the Broncos, I mean, and they just beat the Patriots, and they beat the Patriots in New England. So yeah, I think the Bills would be all right. Oh, to win the Super Bowl? For the Broncos? The Bills. I don't know. No idea. I hear you. Hey, Ronnie says go Philly. Yeah, I just like Montreal stuff. I'm not I want a good game. I think I would cheer for the Canadian teams over, other than the Kings and Hurricanes, I guess. And for Gracie's sake, the Sabres. Watson didn't suffer. Yeah. Well, it's too soon to say if he's going to be available. Zach Tom's injury wasn't too bad either. I kept wondering about Quay Walker. I guess he's okay. He got hurt the play before Parsons, and I never heard what was wrong. I think their biggest concern right now is whether Jacobs can keep going, because he took another shot. He took another hit on that knee, and he's going to be. They tried to limit his snaps, so yeah. Yeah, thanks, Ronnie. I appreciate it. Thanks for the Rivers still got it. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I know. I don't like Sean Payton. That's why I can't root for Denver. I got you though. We'll see. They've got as good a shot as anybody in the AFC for sure. But we'll see. They got a great defense, I'll say that much. All right, let's go over these scores. Oh, yeah, please, if you enjoy the live stream, please hit the like button on the video. And please consider hitting subscribe to Sinbin Stream. Doing one or both does help with getting the channel recommended to other potential viewers, which will help me grow the channel as well. And I thank you all for your support. All right, Geekies 23rd tied it up for the Bruins in Boston. Mammoth won, Bruins won, after one in Toronto. Okay, they did get a goal from Dickinson. I thought they had waved it off. Kaiser and Dickinson each with their third. Short-handed Dickinson, 2-0 Hawks over the Leafs. Islanders up 1-0 over the Wings in Detroit. First intermission. Also first intermission. Canucks 1, Rangers 0. Evander Kane's 6th of the year. Blue Jackets lead the Ducks 1-0. First intermission. Ducks will have 11 seconds to go on a power play to start the second. Werenski's 10th. Oilers Penguins no score. Oilers have 52 seconds of a power play. They're currently 5-on-3 in Pittsburgh. In St. Paul, Minnesota, Capitals Wild coming up in 15 minutes or so. Avalanche Kraken later, but we will bring you Flame Sharks in about 2 hours and 10 minutes. Let's go over the numbers. 9-6 shots on goal still, Philly. They have won faceoffs 11-5, 68.8%. 0-for-2 power play, Philly. No power play yet for Montreal. 10-10 on the hits, 6-2 block shots Montreal, 5-2 giveaways Flyers, 1-0 takeaways Canadiens. Flyers won game 1 of the 3-game series 5-4 over the Canadiens in Montreal in a shootout on November 4th. Game 3 in Philadelphia, April 14th. All right, I'm going to take a quick break and be back. Let's cue up some music real quick. Here's what's coming up tonight and then over the next 4 days. Oh, yeah, I was going to maybe add a women's game early Saturday. I'll see if I can work that into the schedule. All right. All right, let's double check. Make sure that's muted. All right, we got 8 likes. Thank you. All right, let me try to find. We'll just go with one song. All right, I'll be right back. Thanks. Okay, we are back. Thanks for being here. Just about set for the second period. Let's see. Still 9-6 shots on goal. Flyers will be in white, going right to left. Canadians in red be going left to right. Oh, let's make sure we're live. Oh my gosh, where did the cursor go? My God. All right, says we're live. Underway. Dump in by Montreal. Behind the Philly net. Far boards, Philly passes to the near boards. Red line. Dump in again by Montreal. Great view of the ref's back from the corner cam. Dump in again by Montreal. All right, Flyers skated out over the blue line, pass to the red line, off the near boards, into the near corner, behind the net, far circle shot, blocked. Taken in the near boards. Montreal, pass gets away. Philly dumps it into the far corner. And far circle for Montreal. Pass down the length of the ice, and that's going to be whistled for icing at 18:53. Who just iced it? I guess. No, I don't. I think it was. I assume it's Dobson, one of the defensemen there. They're showing Texera's stick for some reason right now. Near circle draw. Back to the blue line. Pass gets away. Montreal gets it to the bench area. Excuse me. Flyers to the red line again and dump it in. Chased behind the net into the far corner. Centering pass to the near boards. Shot. Deflected by the crease and saved and held on by Fowler at 18:28. Looked like Konechny had a chance at a goal on the rebound. Yeah, if the Packers can't win it, I would hope the Bills could win it. That would be fine with me. Definitely instead of any of the other NFC teams. And besides, well, sorry, I can't stand Sean Payton. I refuse to root for the Broncos. Probably. And then again, I really don't care. If it's not the Packers, I just lose interest in the NFL, to be honest. All right. Flyers sent it up and out, but the Canadians try to dump it in from the red line. Flyers have it in front of their own net. Philly got credited for one shot on that last trip before the whistle. Battle for the puck in the far boards. Hudson's there. Carrier's there for Montreal. They finally get it out over the red line. Dump it. It gets deflected by Drysdale to the far corner. Now Philly skates it out behind the net. Fowler sends it to the near boards. Skated out by Engstrom. Into the near circle for Demidov. And to the slot. That shot is wide. And the rebound sent, I think, off the netting. And chipped into the crowd. Was it deflected or not? At 17:08, we have a whistle. Still 10-6 shots on goal. I don't know if that hit the post or... Let's see what happened here. Oh, a rebound went off the post. Yeah, I think. All right, they did credit Montreal with a shot. 10-7 now. And they just kicked out Kapanen from the draw. Face-off won by Philly. They take it behind the net. Battle for the puck just to the side of the net. Sent back to the blue line. Montreal passed to the near side. Glove save and held on by Vladar. But was that shot on target? That I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on NHL.com. Yeah, again, if the Packers can't win it, would be pulling for Buffalo. At least in the AFC. Face off one. Sanheim sends it out. Red line dump in by the Flyers. Fowler sends it to the far corner. Montreal behind their own net now. Engstrom sends it out. And chased down by Veleno. And we got a whistle, though. I think we got a penalty coming up on the Flyers at 16:28. Let's hear. It's not on Tippett. It's on Couturier. Holding the stick, Couturier. Yep. He was definitely holding, what was that? 62 on Montreal's stick. That is Owen Beck. All right, Couturier holding the stick at 3:32. Power play for Montreal. Back to the red line. Near circle, Demidov. Pass to the far side, Hudson. Back to Demidov. Shot, saved. Maybe it was wide. Into the far corner. And sent out. Demidov scoops it up. Passes to Hudson. He takes it over the red line. Montreal power play 4th. And Philly's kill is 14th. All right, sent to the near boards. Demidov loses it. Was briefly kept in. Now the Flyers clear it down the length of the ice. Fowler behind his net. Now scooped up. It's got to be Hudson. He makes a drop pass to Suzuki, who sends it ahead. Into the far corner. Far circle. Looks like Suzuki now down low. To the slot for Hudson. Suzuki in the far circle. Now he gets it back. The trades passes a couple times. Now Hudson at the point. Suzuki far circle. Centering pass deflected and cleared down the length of the ice by Philly. Fowler touches it up. And we get to see Ristolainen head to the bench. Long pass by Demidov. Now skated in and sent to the far boards for Montreal. Only 18 seconds left on the power play. Near circle, back to the blue line. Dobson, far circle shot, blocked into the far corner, and then cleared down the length of the ice by Philly. That should just about do it. Yeah, we're back to, well, hold on. Maybe we're not done. 14:31, there was a whistle. So 3 seconds on the power play yet for Montreal. What was the... Oh, I think it was knocked down by a high stick. Yeah. That's why the whistle. By Sealer of Philly. All right, far circle draw. Face-off 1. Montreal shot is high and wide. Big rebound behind the net into the near corner. Back to 5-on-5. Montreal at the red line dumps it in. 1-1. No goals so far. Almost 6 minutes gone in the second period. No goals in the second period, I meant. Near corner, glove down, sent behind the net, and that was that deflected or not at 14:03. Apparently it was. All right, real quick. Bruins, Agiki gets another one. 23rd and 24th. In Boston, the Bruins lead the Mammoth 2-1. Hawks still up 2-0. Islanders still up 1-0 on the Wings. Hawks up on the Leafs. 2-0 Canucks over the Rangers. 3-2 Jackets over the Ducks. 2-1 Oilers. 1-0 Wild over the Caps. 2-1 Oilers over Penguins. All right, back. Face-off. Demidov passes to the near circle. Taken to the blue line. A shot from the slot steered aside into the near boards. Or saved on a kick save to the near boards. Behind the net for Montreal. They took a shot away. Yeah, they did for Montreal. Pass right up the middle and a goal for the Flyers. They take the 2-1 lead. Quick pass from the far boards and right up the slot. Oh, hit it for the wrong team. 2-1 Philly now. And that is Zegras, his 14th from Konechny and Andre. Yeah, no defense there. Nothing Fowler could do. He just skated in alone and sent it 5-hole. Zegras made the good give. It was basically a give and go. Yeah, I don't know if he got beat 5-hole or blocker side to the near side, but terrible defense by Montreal there. Face off. Oh, hello, Piggy Wiggly. Yeah, Philadelphia Flyers lead 2-1 over the Montreal Canadiens in Montreal. All right, puck is centered, and Suzuki passes it out for Montreal. Behind the Philly net, into the far corner. Up the far boards, Philly has it in their own end. And sent to the Montreal net and frozen by Fowler at 12:50. So we'll have the under 14 media timeout. And there's a H. See, the C is for the Canadians. Oh, this is hard to do in reverse. I'll just look at it. The C is for Canadians. The H in white is for habitants in French. Or for short, Habs is their alternate nickname. So yeah, I've got it here as well. And here. It wasn't warm enough. I do have a Habs hoodie too, sweatshirt, but Needed the jacket tonight. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, let's get the Zegras goal visualizer here. His 14th. He makes a good give and go at the red line. And beats... I guess it went 5-hole based on where they put the puck. It's hard to tell live. Or, I mean, on the replay even. Wait, shots still 11-7. They keep giving and taking a shot away for Montreal. I think we just got through all these. No changes. Wild got a goal from Tarasenko at his 4th of the year. They lead the Caps 1-0. Oilers 2-1 over the Penguins. They got goals from Hyman and McDavid. A shorty. No. 2 power play goals make it. And then Novak got one, and it's 2-1 Oilers in Pittsburgh over the Penguins through the first period. Jackets Ducks, highest scoring game of the night. 3-2 Jackets in Columbus lead the Anaheim Ducks. All right. Back from commercial. Let's make sure we're still live. We are. Oh, we're still waiting. I think they just kicked a flyer out of the draw. Yep. Zegras into the circle, facing off. Face off. Montreal controls it. Evans won it. Sent to the red line, up the near boards. Pass to the slot, shot, big rebound, but Flyers defense there to take it behind the net for a second. Sent off the far boards, didn't hit anybody. It should be icing on Philly, and it is at 12:31. Now they say 11-8 shots on goal after that last shot. Philly up 2-1, and they're up in shots 11-8. Man, Montreal got a decent shot, and they had a big rebound, but nobody was there. Vladar made the save, and the rebound was scooped up by Andre. Far circle. Oh, that's right. This was the goalie exchange. Oilers, Penguins. That's right. I just remembered that. They exchanged goalies. Behind the Philly, Montreal net. Montreal, let's see. Can't get it out. Into the near corner. Skated out. Finally, over the red line, passed to the blue line and dumped in. Gallagher made a hit in the corner. Beck couldn't get it. Andre misplayed it. Now he plays it up the near boards. Still buried in the near corner. Drysdale to the far boards. 9-7 scoring chances. Montreal. How's it 9-7? But I guess they hit the post or it was wide of the net on a shot. Even though they've got 8 shots. All right, behind his own net, waiting for the breakout is Struble. Now he passes to the near boards. Dobson sends it up. They dump it in from the blue line and behind the net. Flyers couldn't get it out. They have it in the far corner. Pinned in the far corner. Kapanen is there for Montreal. It's sent into the near corner. Sealer. Let's see. Who else is there? Who's 44? Delorier. Finally, they get it out the far boards. It's going to be picked up by Montreal and sent off the near boards. Now a pass to the far boards and a dump in. Flyers send it out up the near boards. Pass to the near circle and a shot. Couldn't hang on. Big rebound. Puck still being played back to the blue line. Fowler couldn't hang on to it. And play continues. Still a long possession in progress here for Philly. Or possession time. Sent to the near boards. Montreal still can't get it out. They take it behind their own net. Suzuki has it now. Sends it back behind the net. And a drop pass and sent to the far side. Now a return to the near side. Flyers scoop it up near board, skate it out. At the red line in front of the penalty box. Now Flyers dump it in again. Hudson takes it behind the Montreal net, sends it to the near boards. Not out. Flyers send it right around into the near corner. Behind the net, Brink lost it. And now the pass off the far boards for the Canadiens into the far circle. Picked up by Drysdale. He couldn't clear it. Montreal sends it around again behind the Philly net into the near corner. Dobson tries to send it to the far corner, far circle, blue line pass to the slot. Now far circle, another shot from the far circle that is blocked or saved into the far corner. Under 9 minutes in the second period, so we are halfway through the game. Behind the net, sent up to the near boards and out, and Dobson has to regroup for Montreal in his own defensive end. Now he sends it up the near boards. They send it behind the net of Philly. Now Philly just gets it out. Dobson again to the far boards. They dump it in again. Philly gets it out again. Montreal dumps it in again. Still battling in the near boards. Cates backhander out and scooped up. Let's see, who is that? Behind the net by, who is that? They don't have a 43 active. Maybe I'm misreading it. Maybe it's Carrier 45. Sure looks like 43. All right, Philly in their own end. Come up with the puck, skate it out to the Zegras to the near circle, into the slot. He gets upended. Montreal steals the puck. Beck ahead. Pass to the slot. Oh, a backhander sent wide into the far corner. Battling is, it's got to be Carrier because it looked like 46, but he's 45. All right, dumped in again. Engstrom behind. Maybe it's Engstrom. The 2 looks like a 3 for 42 instead of 43. Pass by Beck to the red line. Montreal skates it in. Far circle shot. Glove save held on by Vladar at 7:11. And we go to the under 10 media timeout. Shots are 12-9 in favor of Philly, and they lead 2-1. Did we do the Zegras goal visualizer? I think we did. So, yeah, Philadelphia Flyers, Montreal Canadiens. Hello, Piggy Wiggly. Alex, Oilers at Penguins, Oilers goalie and Oilers uniform wearing Penguins. Yeah, goalie mask Penguins, goalie and Penguins. So I take it's Skinner in net for the Penguins. Yeah. Who's the other? Zari, I think, in net for not Zari. Is it Zari? For Edmonton from, yep. Devils play tomorrow night. Oh, I'm doing the Kings game. That's right. I see the Devils and Sabres are playing soon, I think. Vegas. Oh, yeah. I don't think I get it because it's on, I think it's TNT. That's why I don't get it. Yep. They have a doubleheader. Dang it. It should be a good one. We're doing Kings Panthers instead of Canes Predators. Predators are not good. Been playing better. Jets Blues, yeah. I only had the choice at 3, so Kings Panthers. Oh, great. I have to sit through Marchand. Hopefully the Kings can get a win on the road. They do play better on the road for whatever reason. Go Flowers. Go Flyers. Pets Goy School. I don't know how to say that. Gua School. Yeah, the Kings are my team, but I do love hockey hats, hockey hoodies, hockey jerseys. I'm not going to buy any more jerseys, but I'll probably get more hoodies, maybe T-shirts. Definitely hats, probably. All right, after the draw, the Flyers send it in. Sent out by Montreal into the near boards, near corner, behind the net, not Drysdale, number 8. That's York. And finally the Flyers send it down the length of the ice. It's going to, well, they waved off icing at the last possible second. Behind his own net, that is Engstrom with the puck. Finally, Montreal dumps it in behind the Philly net. Sent out. I don't think anybody touched it by Vladar. Now battle at the neutral zone. Carried in by Philly. Behind the net, Montreal to the near boards. Passed. Out of the zone. Backhander off the far boards. Picked up by Philly. Sent to the neutral. Nope. Taken back in by Montreal, but I guess... Were they offside or do we have a penalty? What was that call at 5:51? Now we have the under 6 media timeout. And, yep, there we go. Yeah, 21st Saturday. Let's see. That's Sunday, yeah. I haven't figured out what I'm doing Sunday yet. Yeah, Sabres, Devil. Yeah, I can't do a doubleheader. All the games are 5, 6, or 7 that day. They've got a lot of games scheduled. Can't do Maple Leaf Stars. Don't particularly want to do Jets Mammoth. Don't want to do Rangers Predators. Rangers play better on the road. Canadiens Penguins would be all right, or Sabres Devils. I haven't made up my mind what I'm doing yet. Man, the Penguins have a lot of non-regulation losses. 9? Holy. Yeah, it would probably be, I don't know. Probably Sabres, Devils, or Golden Knights, Oilers, depending on what I'm doing that day. So, yeah, I can't do a doubleheader for hockey Sunday. Because I don't get NHL Network. Probably wouldn't bother at noon anyways. Skinner and Jari. Yeah. I figured. I just couldn't remember Jari's name right away. Yep. Oh, yeah, sorry. I saw Gracie about the Devils Sabres before I saw the trade one. I give the Sabres good luck. Have they won every time I've done their game? I should look at that. Yeah, I don't know what else I can do. Yeah, I'm not really, Oilers games do well, but I'm not thrilled about watching the Knights, though, so might do that. All right, off the boards. Flyers have it in the O-zone. Montreal skates it out to the far boards. Pass to the center or to the near circle. A shot and a big rebound. Philly gets it out of there. A golden opportunity missed by Montreal. They take it behind their own net. Montreal, they send it up the far boards. Philly has it in their own end. Still 2-1 Flyers. The second goal by Zegras at 6:26 of the second to give Philly a 2-1 lead. 11-8 scoring chances, Montreal, though. Behind the net for behind the Philly net for Montreal, but Philly intercepted the pass and went the other way, or stole the pass, my bad. Now Montreal from the far boards, they take it over the red line into the O-zone. Pass, that looked like a high stick, but no call. Just knocking the puck down, I mean. Over the red line, dumped in by Philly. 4.5 to go, second period. Dobson takes over for Montreal, passes to the far boards, into the far corner, sent to the near boards, near corner. Demidov has it, near corner, passes. Slevkovsky has it at the blue line. Pass off the far corner boards. Oh, I think Philly just got tripped by a Canadian there, but no call. Flyers have it in front of their own bench. They make a blue line pass. Looked like they were offsides. Long shot saved into the near corner and sent around the boards. Puck gets away into the far boards. Philly finishing up a line change. Montreal takes it in their near circle. Can't get it out. Now they regroup again. I think that's Engstrom. Philly finishing a change and dumped in by Montreal to the far boards. Puck gets loose, picked up by Hudson. He passes, and Carrier got it back to Hudson. Now to the left wing, far circle. That shot is blocked by Philly, and it's sent into the far corner. Good block by York of the Flyers. Glove down by Carrier, but the Flyers briefly had it in the O-zone. Now Carrier gets it to center ice. And Beck dumps it in to the far corner for Montreal. 2:50 to go, second period. Battle for the puck, and Hudson couldn't dump it in because the Flyers take it out and dump it in themselves and peel off for a line change. Carrier to the near boards, picked up by Beck and sent out. Passed by Velino. Is it Velino or Veleno? I think it's Velino. He was on the Hawks briefly last year. Flyers finally skated out of their own end, passed to center ice, into the O-zone, to the far circle. A shot and held on by Fowler. And we got pushing and shoving. Hathaway has a Canadian in a headlock at 2:16. 16-10 shots on goal now, Montreal. Peace is finally prevailing. I don't know if we have any penalties coming out of this or not. Okay, that's a shot on goal. Philly, yeah, they did get a couple. Fowler with the good save. Oh, I missed the pushing and shoving. Yeah, Hathaway grabbed Caulfield, I think, around the neck. Yeah, 13. Yep. All right, no penalties. 2:16 to go in the second. Face-off, one, and a nice shot and a save by Fowler. Canadians get it to neutral ice. Flyers take over in their own defensive zone. Sent up the near boards down the length of the ice. No icing. Fowler to the far corner. Canadians play it to the red line. Pass to Caulfield. Near corner. He sends it around. Centering pass, far circle. Good shot. Held on at 147. By, of course, Vladar. I think you're right. I don't think the Sabres have lost when I've done it because they beat Ottawa early in the season, and then you've probably seen all the Sabres ones I've done since then. Shots are... So wait, they gave Philly another one, but not Montreal? I thought they were going to get one on that last one. Still 17-10. 147 to go, middle period. Far circle draw. Flyers win it. Send it up the far boards. Hudson briefly kept it in, but now it's at neutral ice. Canadians skate it right in again. Send it behind the Philly net. Caulfield, no, somebody else centered it. Blue line keeper. Now the Flyers counter. Centering pass, near circle, back to the blue line. Far boards, shot, and blocked by the Canadians. It was Hudson, and it's backhanded out of the zone, up ahead into the far corner. Scooped up in the far corner now by Montreal. Battle for the puck. It was sent to the near boards. At the red line, dumped in by Philly. And Fowler, what did he do? And there's a goal. He must have misplayed it. I just looked away for a split second, and then the puck was in the back of the net, and the Flyers lead 3-1. He must have misplayed it from behind the net. Looks like they're giving this goal to Brink. 3-1 Flyers. All right, Fowler was behind his net. He touched it up, and the Flyers stole it, made a perfect pass to the slot, and Brink buried it. I don't know who he thought was picking it up. He suddenly realized he had to get back, and he got beat glove side high. Fowler that puck went right up the middle, just under the bar. Great shot by Brink, and big mistake by Fowler staying behind his own goal for too long, trying to find somebody to play that puck to. All right, now Hudson sent it up, I think. And did we get a icing or a penalty? I didn't see who had their arm up. Maybe offsides even. 30.1 seconds left. Flyers get, another late goal. They get another goal inside the last minute of a period. Two straight periods. Brink's ninth from Michkov. Or is it Michkov? I'll look it up. Wait. I think they added another assist. There wasn't just one. Blue line, Philly has it. Sends it off the boards. Puck is loose to the side of the net. Wasn't frozen by Fowler. Canadians dump it to the red line. Flyers take it, dump it off the far boards into the far corner. Under 10 seconds to go. And the puck is taken over. Montreal sends it off the boards. That's the end of the second period. 2 goals by the Flyers in that period to take a 3-1 lead after 2. Yeah, I agree, Dan C. I feel like Caulfield's been quiet tonight. Until like late in the second period, I really haven't seen much out of him. Just an unfortunate mistake there by Fowler in his own end, or behind his own net even. All right, wow, they only gave 1 assist. Let's see. Just want to make sure I'm pronouncing this name right. Oh, I guess it is Michkov. Okay, Michkov. Matvey Michkov. Emphasis on the Michkov. All right. I don't know if I showed Zegras' goal. I think I did. We'll do it again, though. Let's get the timer up, too. Yeah, just a great give and go. Yeah, I do remember. I think it went 5-hole past Fowler. I think I did show that. It was a give and go. Brink, again, it's just a pass from behind the net because Fowler gets caught playing the puck to nobody. He holds on to it. He's got 4 Canadians around him and then just the one Flyer, and finally somebody trailed. and there was a pass to Brink. Let's see that again, because Brink must come straight from the bench. Yep, he does. Off a line change. Tremendous play by Mitchkoff, though, and a great pass. Flyers lead 3-1. All right, so the shots are 18-10 Flyers, and they lead 3-1. They are winning faceoffs at a 72.7% clip, and it is currently 24-9. That is brutal, especially at home for Montreal. 0 for 2 power play Flyers, 0 for 1 power play Canadiens. 20-18 hits. I'm sorry, not Philly. 2018 hits Flyers. 9-5 block shots Canadiens. 7-4 giveaways Flyers. 2-1 takeaways Montreal. Again, Philly won Game 1 November 4th in Montreal, 5-4 in a shootout. And Game 3 will be in Philly. Not till April 14th, though. That's got to be like the last week, 2 at most, of the regular season. All right, let's check the scores around the league. In Boston, 2-1 Bruins after 2. Again, Geeky with 2 goals for Boston. Hayton the goal for the Utah Mammoth. Still 2-0 Blackhawks in Toronto over the Maple Leafs. Kaiser's third, 5-on-5. Dickinson's third, shorthanded. They got under a minute to go, still in the second period. Second intermission in Detroit. Islanders 1-0 over the Wings. Heineman's 11th goal. In Madison Square Garden in New York, the Rangers' home ice struggles continue. They're trailing the Canucks 2-0 through 2. We got, Kane's 6th and Ogren's first for the Vancouver goals. Blue Jackets up 3-2 at home in Columbus over the Anaheim Ducks. Again, 3-2 through 2. Werenski 10th. Strome tied it with his second. Werenski another one, 2-1. Jenner's 5th. Let's see. Werenski has 11. Jenner has 5. And then Granlund made it a 1-goal game, 3-2. Oilers in a wild one. Again, as Alex alluded to, goalies were recently traded, so they each have the opposite team's logos on their goalie masks. Oilers up 3-2 in Pittsburgh over the Penguins. Still 12-14 to go in the second, so they're not even halfway through the game yet. We have goals by Hyman, his 8th. McDavid is 19th, both of those on the power play. Novak got his 6th to make it 2-1. Savoy's 7th made it 3-1 Oilers. Carlson on the power play for the Pittsburgh Penguins, his 3rd, made it 3-2. Wild first intermission up on the Capitals, 1-0 in St. Paul, Minnesota. Tarasenko's 4th. We'll have Flames Sharks in about an hour and 17 minutes. And Avalanche Kraken is the second game of the doubleheader on TNT, True TV, HBO Max. Oh, yeah, I don't think I fully caught up on the... Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's look at his numbers. I really feel like I just haven't seen him involved a whole lot. Caulfield has 10 minutes and 43 seconds time on ice on 12 shifts, 2 shots on goal, and a hit. So, yeah, I don't think they need him more involved, I would say. I agree. Yeah, again, because well, he's a defenseman, but they're missing Mike Matheson tonight with an injury, I believe. All right, here's what's coming up later tonight. As I mentioned, Flames, Sharks, about an hour and 16 minutes now. Tomorrow we'll be back with women's basketball. Jacksonville Dolphins. They are, I think, 7-2, and Texas Tech hasn't lost yet. They're not in the top 25, but they have received votes, so they're like in the top 30. Like 27th if you count it. And then tomorrow night's game, Kings at Panthers, because I don't get the doubleheader tomorrow night, 6:05. Thursday and Friday we'll have NHL doubleheaders again, 6 and 9 o'clock both nights. Saturday, Packers at Bears, 7:15 live stream, 7:20 kickoff. Yeah, may try to add. I think there's a ranked women's game I might have time for. The problem is if it goes overtime, that's my only trouble. My son has a game at 3 for basketball, so I may just have to skip it because I don't want to risk being late to the game. But I'll have to see how long a commute it's going to be before I put that up. I'll take a look more at the college basketball schedule, see if there's anything we can add. But for right now, in the next 4.5, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, next 4 days, that'd probably be it, unless I decide to do that noon. That's the problem. Does it tip off right away? I guess it depends on what's scheduled behind it, too. All right, yeah, let's take a look at the college basketball scoreboard while we got a minute. Let's see if there's any ranked men's games. Got number 11 Louisville at number 20 Tennessee. The Volunteers up 60-44 over the Cardinals. 9:51 in the second. North Carolina number 12 at home up 33-27 over East Tennessee State. 1:28 to go in the first half. Texas Tech at home, 56-51 over Northern Colorado with 29 seconds to go first half. St. John's, number 22, up 79-62, under a minute to go in the game over DePaul. Looks like first Big East game for both squads. UConn trailing Butler 13-11, 11:28 to go in the first. Number 1 Arizona will tip off at the top of the hour or shortly after. Same for number 10 BYU with Arizona's hosting Abilene Christian, BYU hosting Pacific. Same with Arkansas, number 14, hosting Queens University, who has not won on the road yet this year. Kansas hosting Towson, number 17 Kansas. And let's see, that's the ranked games coming up 8 Central. ESPN2, SEC Network, BYU's ESPN Plus, Arizona also ESPN Plus. And earlier today, Duke all over Lipscomb, number 3 Duke, 97-73, remains undefeated. Michigan State 92, Toledo 69. Michigan State loss was... Oh, crap. I forgot who they lost to. I may have seen that game. No, I think I didn't do it. I think it may have been Duke, like recently. 92 for Michigan State, 69 for Toledo. All right, let's see if there's any women's ranked games. TCU 89. They're hosting Arkansas Pine Bluff, who has 40. 8:42 to go in the fourth quarter. UCLA number 4 hosting Cal Poly. A little more than an hour. Earlier tonight, number 5 LSU all over the Morgan State Bears, 91-33. Ouch. single digits every quarter. Woof. Ugh. 58 points win. All right, let me cue up some music. Please hit like if you're enjoying this live stream. Consider hitting subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I see we do have 11 likes. Thank you so much. Doing one or both does help with getting the channel to be recommended to other potential viewers, which will help me grow the channel. And again, I thank you all for your support. All right, I'm going to cue up a little bit of music, take a quick break, and be right back. All right, thanks. All right, we are back. Kill the music shortly. Get ready for the third here. Let's make sure the shots didn't change. It's still 18-10. Forgot to leave this up. In the poll, 29 votes, 52% for Montreal, 48% for Philly. Oh, I think I forgot to kill the music. I was going to do it shortly, and then I forgot. Yep, there we go. All right, 2-1 Bruins at home over the Mammoth. 2-0 Hawks on the road over the Leafs. 1-1 Islanders, Red Wings. Oh, Red Wings then. Sandin Pellikka, 2:03 of the third to get the equalizer. Yeah, that just happened. Again, his fourth goal of the year in Detroit. Canucks 2-0 over the Rangers. Rangers at home. Blue Jackets lead at home over the Ducks, 3-2. Oilers just got one from Bouchard, his sixth on the power play, 9:36 of the second. 4-2 Oilers over the Penguins. Yeah, in Pittsburgh. Let's see. Oh, we got to make sure we're live. They sometimes get behind at the intermission. Says we're live. 1-0 Wild over the Caps at the first intermission. All right, that should catch us up. All right. Hey, Rhonda, how you doing? She says, go Philly. Are you going to be back for the Flames game? We'll have, excuse me, Flames Sharks, 9:05. A little over an hour. Underway. Montreal in red going right to left. Philly in white going left to right. All right. They get it to Bolduc over the red line. He dumps it into the far corner. Philly behind their own net. Up the near boards. Dump it in from the red line. Actually goes off the far boards. Picked up by Caulfield. He passes to Bolduc. And now it's carried in, I think, by Suzuki. Drop pass in the far circle. That was a shot by Caulfield. That was saved. Rebound Flyers. And taken over by the Canadians at the red line. Skated behind the Philly net to Demidov. He gets it to the blue line. Hudson shot or pass is blocked into the near corner. They keep it in. Hudson at the blue line. Far circle. That was blocked by the Flyers into the near corner. Flyers near circle. Along the near boards. Now sent behind the boards. Demidov, and that shot is deflected, and the goalie had to use his blocker, side to glove it down. He still doesn't have his stick. He had to hit it, over the top of the net and behind the net. Hudson has it near circle. Montreal controlling the action so far in the third period, but they are down by 2. Finally, Philly skates it out. And what was the whistle for here at 18:04? 18-12, shots on goal. Philly with the shots and leads 3-1. Yeah, he kind of had a shoulder save with the blocker, and then he had to go and hit it over the top of the crossbar. Very wild play. Nearly knocked it into his own net. I think it was offsides on Philly. They win the draw and dump it in from the red line. All right, Montreal chips it ahead. Knocked down. Holy cow. All right, follow the puck. Where is the puck? Yeah, Sealer got knocked down and didn't like it. Not sure if there's a call. Anderson leveled him like in the slot. Camera was not following the puck. Didn't see what the whistle was for. I think it was a clean. I don't know. I think it was a clean hit. They didn't send Anderson off. I don't know what they're talking about now, why there's a delay. Yeah, so no penalty. Sealer got his feelings hurt. All right, dumped in from the red line to the far corner. And sent up the near boards down the length of the ice for icing on the Flyers at 17:39. Come on, what? Yeah, go Flames. Yeah, well, if you're rooting for Montreal, it has been frustrating. And I would like to see Montreal win, but this is... They have not had a lot of... They allegedly lead in scoring opportunities, but... All right, puck is in the netting. Did they finally blow the whistle? They did at 17:32. Quick check of the scoreboard. Doesn't... Oh, Red Wings took the lead. DeBrincat's 19th at 3:55 on the power play. Detroit leads at home over the Islanders 2-1. Yeah, that's the only change in score, I think. Couturier in the draw for the Flyers. And nope, we're going to redo it. As we get a shot of the coach. I think Couturier may have been... No, I don't know. They finally get the draw. Philly dumps it in. Dobson in the near corner takes a hit. Skated out by Engstrom. And dumped in from the red line. Behind the net. Up the near boards. Flyers finally clear it. Taken to the red line. Now a pass to the near boards. Behind the net. Centering pass. Let's see. York was out there. I don't see him anymore. Unless he's at the blue line. Montreal. Suzuki dumps it in. Taken by York behind his own net. Out the O-zone and dumps it in from the red line. Scooped up by Hudson behind the Montreal net. Passes to, let's see, who's he paired with? Sorry, Carrier. Montreal dumped it in, but the Flyers send it immediately out over the red line. And a pass. Montreal sends it up the near boards, near circle, into the near corner. Beck was briefly there. Now he has it in the near circle. Pass. Near circle back to the blue line for Hudson. Long shot blocked by the Flyers and into the netting. And I forgot to start the clock. We're down to 16:07 to go in the third. Still 18-12 shots on goal. And 3-1 Philly. Man, the linesman is ready to drop the puck, and neither team is headed to the circle. This is very odd. They should just drop it. Face off. Flyers win it behind their own net. Kept in by the Canadiens in the far corner. Pass to the slot off the near boards, though, to Hudson. Golden opportunity, but missed. Off the far boards, a pass. Slafkovsky got it to Hudson. Hudson peels back. Far circle. Centering pass gets blocked, and then a shot either, I think, went off the left post. Yeah. Ref was waving it off. Hudson digs it out from the near corner behind the net. Slafkovsky looking centered, missed on the fire from the shot. I meant in the slot. Misfire on the shot from the slot. I'll get it out eventually. Penalty in front of the penalty box. Philly takes it back into their own end. 16-11 scoring chances. Montreal 89.1 on that last Flyers shot. 19-14 Philly shots on goal. They take it into the behind the net, tried to pass it to the near circle, but it's cleared out by Montreal. 4-1 shots on goal, Montreal this period, with 14:42 to go in the third. Down the length of the ice, but it was on net, so no Flyer icing. Montreal passes it out over the red line into the O-zone. Behind the net, into the far corner, centering pass, long shot was wide. Rebound taken into the near corner. Still trying to dig it out. And centering to the blue line, a long shot is high and wide. Into the far corner. Puck is sent out by the Flyers down the length of the ice. This will be a Flyers icing, so no under 14 media timeout yet at 13:56. All right, they took a shot away from Montreal. Looks like there's one coming up here for the Flyers. According to NHL. Nope, they already fixed it. 20-13 shots on goal, Philly. All right, back to the blue line after they win the face-off. Montreal can't keep it in, though. Flyers get it to the red line. They're trying to get a quick change as well, and they dump it in to the far corner. All right, pass ahead. Skated to the near corner. Suzuki passes it. Bolduc loses it. Montreal can't keep it in. Caulfield has it. He gets it to Hudson. Hudson passes off the far boards. Pass to Dobson. Near circle. Suzuki shot. Saved. Big rebound. Save. And then the puck is frozen by the side of the net. At 13-13, we'll have the under 14 media timeout. They gave Montreal 2 shots there on that last exchange. 20-15 Philly on the shots. 3-1 on the scoreboard. All right, Bruins still lead in Boston. 2-1 over the Mammoth. 13:28 to go in the third. In Toronto, Blackhawks up 2-0 still on the Maple Leafs. 15:16 to go. Red Wings are up 2-1 on the Islanders. In Detroit, 10:38 to go in the third. Canucks on the road in Madison Square Garden. Vancouver's up 2-0. 10:13 to go. 2-0 on the Rangers. 10:13 to go in the third. Blue Jackets at home in Columbus, heading to the power play, already leading the Ducks 3-2. 9:52 to go in the third. 4-2 Oilers over the Penguins in Pittsburgh. 2:41 to go in the second. In St. Paul, Minnesota, Wild 1, Capitals nothing. 14.5 to go in the second. All right, back from commercial. Let's make sure we're live real quick. It says we are. We're doing the Flyers feed. Yep. Oh, I spilled water all over the jacket. That was brilliant. All right. Got Gallagher, Velino, Texier. Sorry. Engstrom and Jakai. And that was the Canadians. Flyers have Couturier, Grundstrom, Tippett, Sanheim, and York on the ice. All right. In net is Vladar, and for the Flyers and Canadians have Fowler in net. Velino against Couturier. Face off, won by the Flyers. They send it to the far corner. Battle along the far board, sent to the red line. Glove down by Velino. He skates it in for Montreal. And sent to the far boards, now into the far corner. Philly tries to send it up the far boards. It's not out. And a pass and a dump in from the red line by the Canadiens. Pass by the Flyers down the length of the ice. Should be icing against Philly. 12:37 to go. So the face-off will come back to the Flyers' defensive zone. Looks like it's going to be in the far circle. York and Sanheim on defense. Couturier takes the draw. He'll be against Kapanen for Montreal. Still waiting. Face-off won by Montreal. Sent to the far circle. Straight up in the air on a deflection. Kept in by Hudson at the blue line. Into the far corner. Now behind the net. Montreal in the near corner. Battling. And Kapanen has it. Cross ice pass. Hudson, shot and a save and held on by Vladar. With 12:12 to go, we got a little bit of pushing and shoving, but nothing compared to what we have had earlier. So 15 shots, or 15 saves by Vladar on 16 shots. Kapanen tied for the rookie goal scorer lead with Duck Seneca with 10. Schaefer, the defenseman from the Islanders, is second with 9. Man, that guy, that kid, I should say, is unbelievable. I think he's 18. Just tremendous talent. What a phenom this young. Back to the blue line after the win for Montreal into the near corner. Hudson tries to get it to the far corner. Bolduc sends it out. Long pass or shot was wide. Blue line. Hudson gets it knocked off his stick, though. And the Flyers counter. Far circle pass gets deflected. Montreal counters. Caulfield to the slot on a pass. That shot was wide by Dobson, I think. It's into the near corner. Suzuki trying to get it out. Ristolainen for the Flyers. Caulfield was there as well. Dobson to the far circle. And sent behind the net by Struble. Flyers finally get skated out and try to dump it in from the red line and head off for a line change. Struble takes it behind the Montreal net. As we approach 11 minutes remaining in the third period. Down the ice, beat out the icing. And blue line pass, long shot wide, rebound into the near circle. And back to the blue line. Struble sends it to the near circle, shot and a glove save. Of course, by Vladar. With 10:41 to go and a little bit of pushing and shoving. Again, much worse earlier in the game. 20-17 shots on goal Flyers, and they also lead 3-1 here, almost halfway through the third period. Haven't had a goal since, well, yeah, it was late in the second. Brink, 1910. They had goals late in the first, late in the second. The Flyers. Oh, they're showing the standings for the Eastern Conference. All right, face-off in the near circle. Flyers win it, take it behind the net, and send it up the far boards. At the red line, Montreal has it in their own end. Sent out by Engstrom. Flyers, though, dump it in behind his own net. Fowler sent it to the near boards. Velino picks it up. and skated out and passed ahead over the red line to Demidov. Demidov's been kind of quiet tonight, too. It's not just Caulfield. In the near boards and at the red line, battle for the puck and dumped in by the Flyers. Yep, Flyers can just keep doing that. They got a 2-goal lead, but you don't want to be too conservative. Angstrom passes over the red line, dumped in, I think, by Caulfield. Up the near boards, taken over by Hudson again in the Montreal defensive end. Up the far boards, down the length of the ice. Montreal sends it up the near boards, down the length of the ice for icing. With 9:33 to go in the third. No shots on goal registered on that last, few dump-ins there. .937 save percentage in third period, second best in the league, based on 100 shots faced. Wow. If you want, you got it. Yeah, your goalie comes up clutch in the third. That's huge. Flyers keep it in at the blue line. Long shot, I think, is blocked behind the net. Back to the blue line for the Flyers. Sent behind the net into the near corner. Centering pass got away, though. Canadiens counter, and Demidov dumps it in. It takes a hit by Tippett. Played by Vladar up the far boards. Pass ahead into the far circle. Shot, glove save. Good save by Fowler. Montreal loses the puck in the O-zone. Skated up by the Flyers. Zegras to the near corner. Back to the blue line. Pass to the point. Shot is tipped into the netting behind the net. And now we got more pushing and shoving. Caulfield and Dvorak, I believe. Oh, and I just screwed up the clock. Dang it. Where were we at? 8:36. There we go. 8:36 to go. Whistle. Oh, I thought for sure Philly was going to get a shot on goal credited after that last sequence, but who knows anymore. All right. Oh, Bruins just made it 3-1. They don't have who got the goal yet. Maple Leafs get on the board. OEL, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, his 6 from Matthews and Nylander. 2-1 Chicago with 9:50 to go in the third. Middlestat got his 8th for the Bruins, making it 3-1 Boston over Utah in Boston. Islanders tie it up. Scott Mayfield's first. 5:42 to go in the third. 2-2 in Detroit. Still 2-0 Canucks over the Rangers in Madison Square Garden. 5:24 to go in the third. In Columbus, Blue Jackets still lead 3-2 over the Ducks. No goals since 5:29 of the second. Oilers' second intermission lead in Pittsburgh, 4-2 over the Penguins. Wild still up 1-0 on the Caps. Halfway through the game, 9:33 to go in the second. I forgot which one is on. Which game is on? Is it Oilers Penguins on? Yeah, I think it is. All right, back to Montreal. Most points by player with new team. Oh, Zegras with 33 leads. Mitch Marner has 32 for Vegas. Those are the top two. Face off. Montreal wins it in their own. Wait, that wasn't. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's right. They had a save. Montreal just iced it, I think, or it went into the netting. 8:29 to go in the third. All right, we get a look at the Flyers bench. Got Couturier out there. He's going to take the draw. I think against, is it Evans? Yep, it's Evans. Montreal, oh, they didn't win it. Evans had it at his feet, and Philly came away with it. Near boards battle. Back to the neutral zone. Flyers have to tag up. Now taken by, what was that again? Sorry. Engstrom. Far circle for Montreal. They send it behind the Flyers net. Flyers send it up the far boards and out. Engstrom has it. Passes at the blue line. Gets it back in the near circle of Montreal's end. He skates it over the red line. Gets it to the near boards. Flyers send it behind their own net. And up the far boards. Ooh, hit in the back there. No call. And somebody is limping to the Flyers bench. There could be retribution soon by the Flyers. But they don't want to take a dumb penalty. Only up 2 here, though. I saw that hit, and it was in the back. Near circle. Shot. Nearly knocked the net off the pegs there, I think, Montreal. Think it was a save. Another long shot. Don't know if that one got through. And Montreal has it in their own end. Over the red line. Pass to the far circle. Demidov kind of whiffed on it. He barely got anything on it. That is Zegras. Zegras is in considerable pain. He's got his head down on the boards. Trying to stretch out his back. He got hit. Anderson on the hit. He kind of went face first into the ice. Maybe the boards, actually. He got, like, completely knocked off his feet. It was just like, you know, he took a nosedive. I don't know. I can't tell what he's trying to stretch out. All right. Play continues after the draw. Montreal has it in front of their own net. Pass to the near boards to Bolduc. Pass again to Sutton. Or Hudson. Sorry, wrong. Shot Caulfield. And he had to check, but it was a good save by Vladar. He was looking for the puck, but he still had it at 6:39. (20-19) shots on goal, Philly. So Montreal has come back in the shots on goal department. They had 10 after 2. They have 9 in the third alone, but haven't registered a goal, and they still trail by 2 at home, and time's a wasting. 6:39 to go. Probably going to be pulling the goalie in a couple minutes, maybe 3. Shot was wide into the far corner. Battle sent behind the net into the near boards. Long shot. Didn't get through. Rebound in the near circle. Hudson has it. Near corner. Behind the net, we got a delayed penalty coming on, I think, Philly. And then Ristolainen hit somebody. And then Montreal was going after somebody else. And let's see who heads to the power play here. If any. I swear the ref had his hand up. Uh-oh. Might be on Montreal. Sealer was in the middle of it. Looks like it's going to be Gallagher sent off. So that's going to be trouble. High sticking on Gallagher. Well, that's trouble. They got to kill a 2-minute 5-on-4 man advantage for Philly. Yep, he got Sealer in the face and then took a punch. And Gallagher came after Sealer, but yeah, he definitely high-sticked him. I mean, they can't argue about it. Gallagher was still upset with Sealer, but he took a punch from somebody else. No call. All right, Flyers on the power play. 5-on-4 man advantage. 0 for 2, 5 shots on goal. Montreal in the near corner. Pinning it, trying to just waste some time, I guess. Up, and I think they... Nope, we got more shenanigans going on. Zegras just got popped. Maybe Anderson on Montreal. But I think they're sending Zegras off. Nope, they're sending one each. Zegras and Gallagher. See, but the score bug won't keep it as 5-on-4, so I don't think I'm going to put it in. Excuse me. Sorry about that.
If you're Anderson, it's a good trade-off. You're getting a guy off the power play in Zegras, who's their most prolific offensive player. So it's not a bad trade-off.
Zegras and Anderson for roughing.
Good battle between those two, and they both get a couple of good.
Yeah, Anderson and Zegras both for roughing. So it'll be... Yeah, we saw the high sticking. We know it was a good call. I don't know why they keep showing it. Still, let's see. Yeah, still on the Montreal power play. Or sorry, the Flyers power play. It's still 5-on-4 because if I put it in, it'll make it 4-on-3. Shot, saved, and into the near boards. Flyers clear it. So a shorty shot behind the net. Canadians dump it in. Behind his own net was Vladar, now scooped up on the power play. That's York, and he dumps it in from the red line. Just under a minute remaining on the power play. Under 5 to go. 49 seconds on the power play. Montreal shorthanded. They control the puck. Hudson in the O-zone. Now he takes it back out. They got to look for a shorty. I don't know why they're not being more aggressive. There's under 5 minutes to go. Far circle shot. Glove save and had to freeze it as the puck came loose. Vladar with 4:38 to go. And it's 20-20 shots on goal, but it's still 3-1 Philly. No, not a Philly fan. I wouldn't call myself a Philly fan. I don't think I've had cheesesteak. I really can't eat that anymore. That would tear me up. I have trouble with dairy, and I can't eat meats like that anymore either because of gout and cholesterol. Nope, just got the Flyers hat. Do like their logo. I will say I like the Flyers logo. No, the Rams are the best team in the NFC. I wouldn't worry about the Eagles. The Eagles have a good defense, but their offense is not the same. It wouldn't be in the Super Bowl. Eagles and Rams would be NFC title game for the right to go to the Super Bowl. But yeah, it could be Eagles-Bills in the Super Bowl. It could be Eagles-Bills. Still hoping the Packers miraculously get there themselves. But all right, Flyers dump it in. They have 16 seconds to go with the power play. Near circle to the near, let's see, in near corner. Kate sends it to the far corner. Back to the blue line, a shot. We're back to 5-on-5. Dobson takes it behind his own net. I guess they're getting a line change. They're going to have to pull Fowler soon to have any shot in this game. There's less than 4 minutes to go. Flyers send it up the far boards, not out. Now they send it out. Pass deflected and behind the net. Vladar sends it to the near corner. Ristolainen sent it up the boards. This might be icing on Philly. And if I'm Montreal, I pull the goalie now after the icing. Yeah, exactly. This is the Bills' time to make it and win. I hope so if it's not for the Packers. No, Love's not unreliable. They did finally pull him. People rag on Love far too much. If they actually looked at the numbers and compared him to other quarterbacks, I think they'd see their criticism of him as just too much. He's never going to be as good as Aaron Rodgers, but if you look at comparable starts to their careers, he's very similar in number, and some of his numbers are better than Rodgers. No, the Chiefs can't make the playoffs, Piggy. They got eliminated for the first time in forever. The Chiefs will not be in the postseason. All right, long shot by Hudson was tipped into the netting. This might be the under 6 media timeout. It just happened Sunday. Because they lost to the Chargers, that was a big reason too. They haven't missed the playoffs since, I think, 2014. Bruins continue to pour it on the Mammoth in Boston. Isamont at the 6th. 16 with 2:03 to go. Mahomes got injured. He's out for the year. But they lost anyways. They're out. They won't make it. They're out with or without him. Yeah, they've been officially eliminated. Yeah, because they lost to the Chargers and because the Bills beat the Patriots. Right. That was a big one. And Texans winning and Jags winning. Yep. I knew there was a bunch, and the main thing was, would they lose to the Chargers at home? But yeah. Thanks, Derek. Oh boy, the Leafs came all the way back and lead the Hawks 3-2. Matthews 14th. Wow. And Joshua. Wait, was Matthews the equalizer? Yeah. Matthews tied it 16:51, and they just took the lead with 2:19 to go. 16:59. Joshua 6th. All right, Montreal has pulled their goalie. So it's a 6-on-5. Just over 3 minutes to go. 3:18. Couturier versus Suzuki. Face off. Yeah, and Mahomes, even if they hadn't been eliminated, Mahomes tore his ACL and he's out for the year. All right, Montreal takes it behind their own net. Just over 3 to go, trailing by 2 goals. All right, great. The stupid app is going bonkers again. Now they're in the O-zone, near boards, near circle. Back to the blue line. Hudson to the far circle for Demidov. That shot, I think, was blocked into the far corner. Back to the blue line. Hudson. Demidov. Down low. From the point, that shot is blocked right up the middle and into the netting at 2:34 to go. Correct. Rams-Bills is a potential Super Bowl matchup. That's also true. Yeah, the season's been crazy from start to now. Especially the first 7 weeks. I just feel like it got way less interesting around week 8 and 9 for some reason. All right, Canadians have it in their own end, still trailing by 2 with 2:15 to go. Pass to Demidov. He gets it on a give and go. He whiffs on the shot from the near circle, and it's sent out by the Flyers. Hudson has to haul to. Oh, he just cleared it before the puck reached the crease. Good hustle by Hudson. Pass by Caulfield to Hudson. It just went wide and got tipped. Long pass ahead. This is icing on the Flyers at 1:47 to go. Blackhawks and Rangers. I root for the Kings. That's about all. I mean, Packers are the only team I really care about. Let's get to the point there. But I do like the Kings in hockey. All right. Philly gets it out to neutral ice. They make a pass to the near board shot, and they get the empty netter at 1:34. Konechny, number 11. That'll do it. Four to 1 Flyers. They're gonna put the goalie back in net. Right up the middle on the shot from the near boards. Oh yeah, it wasn't even along the ice. He just buried it on a long shot. All right, face off. Canadians dump it in. Puck is frozen in the crease by Vladar at 1:22. I don't really care. I don't like the Rams. I don't like the Seahawks. I mean, I really don't like the Seahawks. Bad memories. I don't know. I prefer hockey. I got a Kings game that night, so I'm excited. Stars play the Sharks too, but yeah, I don't know. Hockey, football's too hard. Football's too competitive. There's a lot of people that stream it on YouTube. All right, finally the Canadians get a shot on goal. It's saved by Vladar. They keep it in at the blue line, glove down, under a minute to go. And another long shot is saved to the far circle, and the Flyers get it out. At the red line, Flyers getting a change. Canadians dump it in under 45 seconds to go. Behind the net and sent to the near boards. Flyers get it to the red line and send it down the length of the ice into the near corner. To the far corner, under 25 seconds to go. Long shot deflected into the near corner. Under 15 seconds to go. Battle for the puck. And Montreal gets it. They make a couple passes, but that should do it. 2-1. That's the end of the game. 4-1 Flyers. And they get a win on the road. Did we do? Yeah, there was only one goal in the third. It was just an empty netter from the near boards by Konechny, his 9th from Dvorak and Couturier. Yep, here's what's coming up. We will be back in 22 minutes, and we will have Flames at Sharks. 4-1, Philly gets the win. 22-21 shots on goal, Montreal. 39-19 in face-off wins, though, Philly. Unbelievable. 0 for 3 power play, Philly. 0 for 1, Montreal. 23-21 hits, Philly. 13-10 block shots, Philly. 14-8. Giveaways, Philly, 4-2. Takeaways. They have taken both games so far in the 3-game series. The third and final game between these two will be in Philly, April 14th. All right, here's the empty netter by Konechny. Number 11 comes out of the near circle. Long pass across the ice, and he flips it in right down the middle. All right, please hit like, consider hitting subscribe before you head on out. Appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate everybody in the chat. 37 votes in the poll. 54% were correct, picking Montreal tonight. Oh, congrats on adopting a kitten. Domingo. That's a nice name. Appreciate it, Piggy Wiggly. Thanks, Derek. Thanks, Piggy Wiggly. Yeah, Derek. Rhonda stopped by. Sam or Samuel. Gracie, thank you. Alex, thank you. Did I miss anybody? I probably scrolled past a few people. Ronnie Hood, thank you. Dan C, if I didn't already say Dan C. Derek, yeah, we just say Derek. I think that was everybody, but thanks everybody for the chat. I do appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching along. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. Oh, yeah, thanks, Thax. That was really early. Thanks, Thax, for being here. Again, less than 20 minutes, live stream begins for Flame Sharks. So I'm going to wrap it up here and take a quick break, and we'll be back for the second game of the doubleheader. All right, thank you all for watching. Hope to see you soon. If not, until next time, take care, be well. Simbin Stream signing out. Have a great rest of your Tuesday around the world. Have a great Wednesday. Hope to see you soon. If not, we'll see you when you see it. We see you. Take care. Simbin Stream saying bye-bye for now. See you in 19 minutes.